Namaste viewers, welcome to my channel Vedic Ancient Science. Today I'm going to discuss a very confusing topic, which is how do we know about retrograde planets? What is it? What is happening in retrograde planet? When you see your natal chart and you see Saturn retrograde, Jupiter retrograde, Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, what does that mean? You watch thousands and thousands of videos about this topic, but still people are confused. What the hell is happening? Why people cannot explain this phenomena in a simple way? It's a simple way to explain Saturn retrograde or any planet retrograde. I hope you know what is retrogression. And I don't want to explain this. You can search in Google what does that mean. And you must be knowing, as you're watching this channel, you know what I want to say. Okay, I want to explain a simple way to understand any planet retrogression of any planet. It's the most simplest way to understand, and I don't know why people put lots of irrelevant explanation information and confuse people to join their course and do things and spend money. They don't have to. It's as simple as that. When you see any planet retrograde, and a scientific term, what does that mean? A planet goes back, stands still, but first it stands still, then it goes back, and then it comes in front. When you see, I want to explain this in a very simple terms. When you see a person, for example, a person A, okay, you know the trajectory of that person. The person will go from point X to point Y. Okay, that's its trajectory of this person. The person called A. His trajectory position is, travel is from X to point Y. In this, when you see the person is traveling from point X to point Y, and suddenly you see a different motion of this person. The person suddenly goes back towards X. This is retrogression. The person is going back. Why the person is going back? Okay, this is the topic. This is the planetary retrogression, which if you watch any of the videos, you search on YouTube, on Google, on wherever you want to search, you won't get the exact answer. I mean, it's such a simple thing to understand. When a person is going back, where he is supposed to go towards point Y, he's going back to X. What would happen? Just think about it. What would happen? His duty was to travel to point Y, but suddenly he's going back to X. Could be N reasons. You don't know. Okay, but suddenly you see the person the person traveling from X is traveling towards Y, and suddenly he's going back to X. That could be N reasons. Okay, but as a normal layman person, what would you perceive? What would you analyze this situation? That person, for example, from X to Y, you're sending that person to buy something to a grocery shop. Okay, you are sending that person A from the position X to position Y, where the shopping is. Okay, the market is, the supermarket is. You're sending that person to buy some things, but suddenly he's going back. Maybe he must have forgotten something. Maybe he must have left something, and he went back to take things. Okay, so he's going back, and then he realizes that he's late. He's getting late to reach to the shopping, to the market where he's supposed to buy things. So what would happen? The person will try to get faster. Once he goes back, for example, he must have forgotten to take his wallet, okay, or mobile phone. So he's going back, and he took his wallet or mobile phone, and he's running towards the market where he's supposed to do some groceries shopping. Okay, so how do you analyze this from you look from far? The person forgot something, which means what? When you see Saturn, retrograde Saturn, which means what? He's going back, and then he's going in front. While he's going back, he must have forgotten something to do. Some past karmas he forgot something to do. That's the reason he's going back. Okay, that's the moment you are born. Okay, he's going back to do something which has to be done, which has to redo. Okay, that's the reason he's going back, and he's going to redo something. And the moment he gets in a normal position, he will be in a state of doing things fast, rapidly. So what does that mean? Which means that when you see Saturn retrograde in your natal chart, which means that whatever things related to Saturn in your life, it's gonna be delayed. Why delayed? Because he's going back. He's not going towards point Y. He's going back towards point X. Okay, he must have forgotten something, and he wants to do it once again because something must have left. Some karma must have left. And he wants to do it again, going back. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to revolve 30 years and then do that thing again. He wants to do it at that moment, at that immediate moment, because he doesn't want to wait for 30 years. So what happens is he's going back to do that thing. What's the result? What would the result is? Your work, day-to-day work or Saturn related work in your natal chart will be delayed, but it won't be denied. The other point is when something has to happen related to Saturn, something has to happen, it will happen with greater force. Why? Because he's realizing that he made it late, so he's going to move fast. Not fast exactly, but he's going to do that thing with greater intensity. So first is your things will be delayed, okay, more than necessary. For example, if something has to happen in 5 minutes, it will take maybe 15 minutes. because Saturn is going back and doing the thing again, and then again he'll go to point Y. So 15 minutes delay will happen as compared to 5 minutes where he was supposed to do it. You'll get late, and the moment he reaches the supermarket, the point Y, he's going to do things with intensity, because he has realized that he made it late. So he will do the things as soon as possible, and then he'll move forward. So what did you learn out of this? It's just simple thing to learn about retrograde planet. Do it with any other planet. The most affected planets are like in your natal chart would be Saturn retrograde or Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is the worst thing. I mean, there is a delay in communication. There is a miscommunication. Because why? Because Mercury, the planet, has forgotten something to do, so he's going back. And then when he is is reaching towards point Y, he's gonna do things rapidly without thinking much. So this is a confusing period for Mercury, because Mercury is your intelligence. Saturn is your karmas, your work. Okay, so I hope I made it as simple as possible, just with a simple example of person going from point X to point Y. That's it. Put it, implement it on your chart and see whether it works. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video, and do not forget to subscribe my channel, give a thumbs up and share with your friends. Thank you very much for watching. Namaste.